What's going down, everybody? It's your boy, that guy, my high, tuning back in for another reaction. And this time we got another one of them Ring doorbell joints. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been digging these. I've been digging them, so we're gonna keep doing them. You dig what I'm saying? Anyways, man, we got 5 freaky videos recorded by Ring cameras. Without further ado, let's go. We ain't gonna waste no time.
Home security technology has come a long way. Doorbell cameras such as Ring have become extremely popular in recent years.
Yeah, shout out to Ring and all the other doorbell, manufacturers that, are doing this whole camera situation. Because honestly, like, as much as we all hate the idea of cameras and that there's cameras on every street corner and every building, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's nice to know that you can sit there and be able to not have to, worry. I guess like a really nice peace of mind to have of these damn cameras or whatever, because it can, catch people doing crazy shit. You can, interact and catch people like in the moment, even like if you have the right cameras with the motion detectors on that shit. It's really dope. I just had to say that.
Heard from potential robbers or any other kind of unwelcomed guests. Their ability to record video whenever someone comes within range to the front of a house or any other section of the house that they're installed in creates an added level of security to a person's home. With the millions of Ring doorbell cameras installed throughout America, has come a lot of creepy footage, including the following. This first piece of footage was captured by the Ring camera in the LeMay household. It happened on a cold December night in 2019. A stranger hacked into the LeMay family's Ring security system and had watched them around their home. And for nearly 10 minutes...
See, that's the one thing, though, that you guys got to... Make sure you change your passwords, bro. Like, a lot of people don't... Like, they'll get these cameras or these, like, devices, and they'll just go ahead and be like, oh, I'm going to use the complicated, 15-digit, numbers situation that came with it. But the reality is that's like a public accessed password, basically. Like, you need to just change your passwords, bro. Just change them.
He interacted with 8-year-old Alyssa. Not only was he able to watch her, but he was able to communicate noises to her, as he had access to a second system placed in the girl's babysitter's room downstairs. Alyssa then heard music coming from upstairs in her bedroom, which she shared with her.
What just happened? What just happened? Did we just lose sound?
I'm your best friend.
Oh, we lost sound for a second. I don't know. The video's lost sound. I don't know.
In a strange man's voice, she heard this.
Hello there.
The 8-year-old gasped and tried to figure out where the voice was coming from. She would pick up her toys to see if they were what was making the noises.
Bro, that shit is
she scanned the room, and moments later, the man started screaming a racial slur at her over and over, until Alyssa responded by screaming this.
What? I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
The man proceeded to tell her to go call her mom the racial slur and demand that she repeat it back to him. Moments later, the voice would reply to Alyssa, asking who are you, by saying he's her best friend, he's Santa Claus.
Who is that?
I'm your best friend. I'm Santa Claus.
Bro, that is the... I hope they caught this dude, bro.
I'm Santa Claus. Don't you want to be my best friend? I'm Santa Claus.
After all of this, the man tries to tell the girl she can do whatever she wants, including break things in her room.
I'm your best friend. You can do whatever you want right now. You can mess up your room. You can break your TV. You can do whatever you want.
The LeMay family, who resides in Memphis, Tennessee, hoped to use the device to keep an eye on their daughters while they played. The scary thing is that it took only a few days for the camera to be hacked. Perhaps the scariest thing is that no one knows how long he had access to the device. This could have gone on even longer if the hacker decided not to produce any sounds through the device. Put yourself in the little girl's shoes. Imagine hearing a creepy song playing in your bedroom, not knowing where it's coming from, only to realize that it's coming from a camera system.
I bet you the song he was playing was probably copyrighted, so they just showed us the video. I bet you that's why we had lost the sound for that.
And you set up in there,
section of the video.
and someone could be watching you.
Took it out.
Now imagine waking up to that in the middle of the night.
Yeah, That's just some real perverted
In
ass
another
shit. Just
similar
change your
scenario,
passwords on all your
here's the footage
devices
from a
when you
Ring
get 'em,
camera that was also
especially
taken over by
cameras.
a hacker who attempted to speak to a young girl while she was watching television.
What you watching? Hey, what show is that?
The father and homeowner, Adam Kerselik,
Like, it's so weird, bro. Look, I gave praise to, to having these devices in the beginning. Like, it's so cool to have these devices now. You can talk to people and shit. And then you see, we're watching people do some weird, creepy shit. Like, back to the owners of the cameras and devices. Like, that doesn't give you the peace of mind that I was talking about. Like, this shit is creepy as shit, bro. Like, I
set
would
up the
be
Ring
flipping out.
camera in
But
his
like I said,
kitchen.
just change
In the
your
footage, a
passwords.
voice can be heard speaking
Change
to
your
his daughter
passwords.
after he momentarily leaves the
You
room.
got one, go change
I've
your
seen
shit
that
right
show
now.
before. What season you on? Hello?
When Adam re-enters the room and opens the fridge, the voice says, "What are you eating?"
Hello? What are you eating?
Bruh. Look, he's like looking at his phone like, the fuck
You
is
hungry?
that?
He looks around at first, rightfully confused
No,
as
he's
to where the
looking
voice could be
dead
coming
at that
from.
camera,
Though
rightfully
he eventually
so.
catches on and approaches the camera as he asks,
Yeah.
"Who is this?"
Powering off.
Oh God, he said, powering off.
Hello. This is Ring. Who is this? Who is this?
Adam disabled the camera shortly after the video ends, and he expressed his disappointment in Amazon's lack of security on their products. He said he was never advised to set up two-factor verification when he installed the camera 6 months prior.
What?
Because of the lack of security on the Ring devices, he has since taken down all his interior cameras. This and the Lemoy family's horror stories aren't the only ones of their kind, though.
But
As
it's
since 2019,
again, see, look, like the fact is change your passwords. Like, don't just buy devices and just set them up and be like, cool, we're good to go. Like, no.
over 10 other families in different states had reported that
Change your
hackers have spoken to them
passwords, bro.
through the devices.
You never know who's
On
deciding to
November
watch
12th, 2019, the disturbing footage of a woman screaming for help was captured from a Ring doorbell's camera in a small neighborhood of Los Angeles around 11 p.m. The screaming is followed by a white vehicle speeding down the street with the trunk open, from which the screaming is coming from.
What?
Police were not aware of the doorbell footage until the following morning, but on the night of November 12th, they responded to a report of a possible kidnapping. Police couldn't find any evidence of a kidnapping at first. However, after the footage came to light, the LAPD reopened their investigation.
Bruh.
A witness claimed she also heard a man say, "I'm sorry," which you can hear in the video at one point. The sad thing is, this was 2 years ago, and nothing ever surfaced with this. If this was an actual kidnapping, the kidnappee
bro.
was never found. This was the footage captured
why
around
didn't
3 a.m. on
they
a man's
give that
Ring
video
camera.
to them right
Not much
away?
more information than that was shared. However, multiple conclusions can be drawn from what's seen. It starts with a masked woman seemingly trying to enter the man's house, until she notices the doorbell camera, at which point she stares into the camera for almost 40 seconds. Halfway into her disturbing gaze into the camera, she puts on a pair of goggle-type glasses and pulls the mask covering her mouth and nose up higher onto her face, clearly trying to mask her identity as much as possible. Before she walks away, she makes several hand gestures into the camera, then turns and appears to grab something from behind one of the walls of the house.
Are you a gang member? What?
As she slowly walks away from the house, you might assume she's leaving for good. However, you can see she continues to pace back and forth in front of the house until the video hits the 2-minute mark, at which point the doorbell camera is set to stop recording. After the video ends, however, according to neighbors, the woman was seen standing outside the house for at least another 20 to 30 minutes before finally disappearing. It's not known who this woman was, whether it be a crazy stalker ex-girlfriend or someone completely random. This begs the question, what could she have wanted with the owner of the house? But given everything the woman was wearing from head to toe, it's obvious she came to that house with intentions of masking her identity. Why is a question that may never be answered.
She was on that stuff.
And with this last one, we see a scene that seems like it was taken straight from one of the hundreds of stories I've read on the channel. Once again, at some off hour in the night, a woman approached the front door of a Reddit user's dad's friend's house somewhere on the east coast of the United States. The woman seems to have a slight smile on her face at first, as she looks around the front door of the house all confused like. She stands there for 2 full minutes at least, acting nervous and confused, looking behind her several times in a paranoid manner. But what is most concerning about this unexpected visit was the large kitchen knife in her hand that she looks down at several times in the footage.
Grandma getting ready to get sent away. You know what I'm saying? This is one of them shoot first, ask questions later situations. I've seen enough scary movies to know.
While the generally accepted theory on this was that the woman has some form of dementia, and while this may be a realistic explanation, this cannot be 100% confirmed simply based on the video. While it is unfortunate if she does in fact have dementia or any other sort of illness that caused her to do this, it would still be hard to imagine just how scary this would be for the owner of the house waking up in the middle of the night to this footage from his doorbell camera. Surveillance cameras in general have come a long way in providing security to people's properties. While Ring doorbell cameras continue to prove to be useful in adding a layer of defense or serving as a mental deterrent to uninvited guests, you clearly have to be cautious about setting up these cameras on the inside of your house because of the potential for hackers to gain access to them, as seen in the first 2 examples in this video.
Facts. Big facts. Again, just make sure you change your passwords, man. Because the peace of mind that you can get from having those, devices when used correctly, is nice. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just change your passwords, man. Set up your 2-step authentication. You got to do it for everything else with the device anyway. Like, to think that you wouldn't have to do that with some cameras and wouldn't want to do that with some cameras, like, that just blows my mind. So set up your 2-step authentication. You know what I'm saying? So that you can't get your stuff hacked, at least not as easily as they would be doing or able to do with someone who just decided not to change their password at all. So yeah, anyways, man, I love y'all. Catch y'all in the next one, and y'all have a good rest of the day. Peace.